What's up, guys? It's been about a week since my first video on my rebuild in the van, so here's where I'm at right now. I got some pretty good progress done with this bed frame. Um, I'm at a stopping point right now because I need to do something else with the floor, but the bed is really close to being done. Right now, the bed is in its furthest back, most upright position. Um, so here's here's the regular seating position. It's actually more of a lounger in this position here on the front. So this is as far forward as it's going to go as a seat. And I'm going to have this pad on it right here. And basically, this is the seated position. Kick back a little bit, not too far upright. I couldn't get it steeper because I ripped one of these pieces too short, but it doesn't really matter anyways because I have this headliner that's in the way if I had it more vertical. So my head clears pretty nicely here, even sitting up like this with this one pad. And then to go to bed, all I gotta do is pull the pin, slide it out the rest of the way, and boom. So I'm still not done actually with the bed platform. There's a few little things I need to dial in. And let me bring the camera over here so you can see. So I'm gonna rip this shorter. Right now it's too long because I got to get the floor finished. And I'm also gonna replace some of this hardware. So this is called a Posi lock folding leg bracket. I got it from Rockler Woodworking. It's a local store around here in North Texas. It was like 12 bucks for a pair of these little guys. And all it is, it's got a little latch that you push in and it closes and it locks in place, so it won't actually unfold until you push the little button here. Pretty simple. So that's how I was able to cut this 2x4 back to give me a nice entrance when it's in seated mode, because in bed mode it's fully out, and you can see how big it is. So total length of the bed is 68 inches, which is 5'8". I'm 5'10", and I found out that you don't need to have a bed. You don't need to have a bed that's like longer than your body, because typically I like to hang my feet off the edge of the bed, and this is only going to have one cushion on the end. And I laid down on it, and it was perfectly comfortable. It was okay having my feet hanging off the end, just a little tiny bit. But that's how long it is from end to end. 68. The width is about 36 inches, so 3 feet wide. This holds the foam pad. On this side, I'm going to add 2 more of these strips here and here on that side because there's a gap here, and this is a pretty nice sized gap. It's like about 10 inches to the plywood there, but then it's even wider here. It's like 13 inches, so I got nice space to work with here, and underneath I have a lot of nice space to work with too. I actually fit my power station under there, but I'm thinking about doing another power station and putting it over here. That's going to be, these wing nuts go here on that hinge. What else? Try to hold this thing up while I close this so you can see how it works. So what's nice is I can hinge this up like that, pull it back, and it's locked in place. Boom. So now you can see how unstable it is without that leg. So then when I want to move it to the chair position, so leg is folded up. And this is another thing that I'm going to try to think of a way of doing some sort of a lever or something, because you have to kind of pick this up right here a little bit to slide that back. And I got these two tabs right here. These are just little locking tabs that go right in. Yeah, and then you want to go further back, lift it up, slide it back. There's the next position. So what's cool about this is like it moves everything back out of the way. I have access underneath the bed, which is cool. And then if I need even more access underneath, then I can hinge this up and get all the way underneath if I need to grab something in a pinch. And then also, like when I'm sitting here, this pad will be here. There'll be another pad back there. But when I'm sitting here, it's a little footrest right here. You kick your feet up and just chill on this 2x4 here. And so this was a big pain in the ass. I actually screwed up too a couple times, but I was able to mitigate the issues that I created. I wasn't thinking ahead several times. I was gonna bolt this strip in with bolts instead of screwing it in, but you can't do that because on the back side, if you put a bolt through there, the interface will interfere with the bolt threads that are sticking out on the back. So I ended up having to screw it in. So just left those holes there. I don't know, maybe I could put something there, some rope or something to pull. I don't know. It's no big deal though. I was able to mitigate that issue. Another problem that I had was I cut this too short. And when I did that, this pin wasn't able to go into this 2x4 here properly. So I ended up removing this 2x4, moving it back, filling all the holes behind it, trying to keep it all clean. But yeah, it wasn't an easy project for sure. It was, you kind of have to think like 3 steps ahead during the build process, or else you're gonna screw up. But everything else is tied in. I use these ties and everything is glued and screwed with these steel brackets on all 4 corners. And that's it. This is part 2. I guess I'll do a part 3, but I'm at a stopping point right now because the flooring's not working. This rubber mat, it worked for maybe a year and then it ripped. All it was one stupid rip, one little tiny stupid rip, and then the whole thing just freaking basically disintegrated. So whatever, I think I got this from Northern Tool. It's like a little 1/8 inch rubber mat. It feels rough and like it feels tough, like it could be durable. It's really sticky, which is good, which I like, but nope, it's not gonna work. So that's gonna have to come out. I'm gonna use this as a template. I guess I might do like maybe a linoleum or something. I'm not gonna do the planks. I'm not gonna do planks like I did last time because the planks will deform and they'll separate too. That's something that you don't learn until you're actually out using the van. So I'm not gonna do planks, but I think I'm gonna go to Lowe's maybe and see if they got some like rolls of some good looking linoleum or something. I think I just wanna do one big piece like this, one big mat. And I really need it to be grippy though. So I don't know. I'm gonna go see what they got, redo the floor, pull all this shit out, redo the floor. Once the floor is done, then I can get this thing buttoned up. I'm planning on bolting it to the floor. So I have some holes here that are threaded into the van itself. So I'm gonna custom make some brackets, 2 brackets, probably one up here and then one in the back corner, just to get the frame on the floor of the van bolted down and solid. And then once that's done, once it's bolted down, it's going to be really nice. There will be a few other things I do. I'm going to finish this off a little more. I'm going to sand it down some more, make sure it's all nice and smooth. I'm going to add some foam on the back here so it doesn't rub the van door and rattle or anything like that. I might add some rubber on the back here, but that's where I'm at. Stopping point. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.